Welcome back to Chandler's Channel. I'm Tracy with your intuitive weekly reading for May 26th through June 1st, 2014. So welcome everyone. As normal, I usually touch back on the previous week to see what congruencies there are in my week and what Whitehawk said. Also feel free to put those in the comment box throughout the week as to how what Whitehawk is saying has parallels in your life or what you see in your life around you in the world. And then I'll jump in and I'll get Whitehawk for the upcoming week. Okay, so last week Whitehawk had stated that he wanted us to pay attention to our body signals because our body will give signals when it is fatiguing. And in that sense, then we can, step back and we can easily not deplete our energy to the point of nil and then have to stop for a few days and recharge. This way, if we keep it like this as opposed to this, we get better mileage. I always use the metaphor about filling that tank right up. And then, when it gets to about 3/4 tank, fill it up again, as opposed to being full and then depleting it and then having to refill it up. And then, it just gets into that same whole pattern. So for me, what happened is that I had, I'm just getting up again from post-concussion, and for me, it is like this. It's ridiculous. And so I went for a bike ride, and I didn't intend for it to be like an hour. I intended it for it to be 30 minutes. And in the end, it was an hour. And I came back, and I felt good, and I had some gardening to do, and I have this corner I had to weed out. And when I got there, I also realized that a lot of the plants were crowding the other plants, therefore choking them of their life. This is very metaphorical, guys. So I said, well, I have to do some transplanting. So I picked up some plants and I put them in another place in the garden, in my garden. But in having to do that, I had to dig another hole, right? And that's laborious. Gardening can be very laborious. And at one point, I felt my back was going. I felt the fatigue, the energy draining. I got a pain in my leg. But I said, you know what, I got to keep going because I thought at that point I had already emptied my tank and that I was probably going to be down and out the next day. But you know what, in reality, I probably shouldn't have emptied my tank fully like that because it did take me longer and I'm still getting back up from that. So I hope you had a better week and that you did pay attention to your body signals because they're there to help you and they won't fail you. So, okay, let's go get Whitehawk and see what he has to say for our upcoming week. What can one say in such a short period of time, he says, for the upcoming week? Well, he says, what I can say for you this upcoming week, this last week in May, is simply this. Although we will be busy, he says, as normal throughout the next couple of months as well, he says, before we go into full play mode in the summer months, he says, here's what I will say to you. This upcoming week will move vastly. Not only will it move vastly, it will move quickly, and it will move purificably. Okay, I don't know this word, but we're just going to leave it there. And he says, indeed, it will move at the speed of light. You will wonder how the week came and went so quickly. So for many of us, we will be very happy that the week came and went so quickly. So we may enjoy our weekend. But he says what you are also missing in the essence of that is that you are missing your life. If life is to move at the speed of light and move that quickly, how could you possibly enjoy the journey? And so as he first began to speak, he was speaking quickly, and I felt the energy was quick, and I was starting to sweat, right? And then when he brought it down to the how could you possibly enjoy the journey, I felt everything slow down. And I felt more calm, and I felt more relaxed. And he says, yes, how could we possibly enjoy the journey of our life if we were moving through it at the speed of light, children? He says, ancient Chinese secret, huh? I'm getting you to think, as we all sit there and listen. And there's this one young girl with brown hair who is always here. She is religiously here. And he kneels down to her and he says, and yes, thank you, pet. He says, thank you for being here. And he stands up and he addresses the rest of us who have come and are listening. He says, journey through your week. But keep in mind, he says, that this is your life. And do you really want us? Do you really want to journey through your life at the speed of light? Do you hate being here so much that you do want to go home to God that quickly? For indeed, I can assure you, you'll be home in a flash before you know it. So take time to enjoy your time here on earth, he says. Take in the beauty and the pleasures of life that earth has to offer you. God bless this week, children, on your journey. It will be a good journey. Is that the song I'm hearing? What is it? What is that song? It's the ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. The ants go marching one by one, hurrah, hurrah. So that's that song. So it's kind of like I'm hearing that song, and then I see us all get up and kind of march on like ants in an army that we are, and we're kind of just marching into our life, into our journey, because that kind of struck a chord with us, and so it made us happy, made us open up our eyes to our life and our journey here on earth. Amen. Whitehawk says, amen. God bless. So that is our intuitive weekly reading for the upcoming week of May 26th to June 1st. The June 2014 monthly reading is out, so have a listen to that. Join me on Facebook and Twitter to continue this spiritual conversation. And we'll see you back here on Monday for our intuitive vlog of Ask Tracy, where I answer 2 of my subscribers' questions. You don't want to miss that. So grateful that you're here with me week in and week out. God bless. I'm Tracy for a Chandler's Channel.